Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am I'm glad you came back. If you're new here, my name is Jonna and I do a number of things and now I added another one. Okay, I'm actually cooking in my Ninja Foodie right now, but I didn't videotape it. I'm testing an item. I I do videos mainly on shopping, different things. CVS, Dollar Tree, Michael's boxes. Today's video is on my work life, and I quit Amazon yesterday and I started doing DoorDash. And I signed up today for Instacart. So my new side hustle is going to be delivering food and groceries. And I figure I can do it when I want, and it's not as physical. Amazon is very physical. And anything you want to know about Amazon, I may do a series on it. I probably should have when I first started working there, because when I first started working, I looked for so much on Amazon. I read a lot of like reviews, but I didn't really find any YouTube. Now, I'm sure there is YouTube out there on it, but Amazon is hard ass work and it's long hours. If you're young, but honestly, the young people complain. The young people, when I first started, were quitting left and right. Um, I gave myself a commitment that I was going to work 30 days. I was going to give it 30 days. I knew it was going to be hard for me physically. I was going to give my body time to adjust. Um, and it does to a certain point adjust. But what they started doing was, well, I'll explain it another time in an Amazon video. But Amazon was tough. I pushed myself and I did it. Then I went down to part time. I got out of the department in my knees. And, when I first started getting it, I went to their wellness center. And they seemed more preoccupied with trying to verify in writing that it wasn't Amazon's fault. And I wasn't really there to say it was anyone's fault. Um, but that doesn't mean it's not real. So what had happened was I got a Baker's cyst behind my right knee. Long story short, I switched departments, but they kept sending me back to that one because they were short and they needed people over there. So I told them I just couldn't do it. And I called and got a release from work until I could get a doctor's note. Called my doctor and got the doctor's note. And then I thought about it and I thought, because this orthopedic surgeon had started giving me cortisone shots, and I'm going to physical therapy. And I started thinking, what the heck am I doing? My body is telling me this is too much. And I'm putting a band-aid on it. I'm getting cortisone and I'm going right back. In fact, my right knee, miraculously, when I got the cortisone shots, the pain went from a 7 to 8 almost all the time to almost nothing. And it started to wear off. And I think the more I abused it at work, it was wearing off faster. So I thought, no, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. And I get Social Security, which is okay, it's not that much, but I have my medical. I pay for Medicare, and I have my Social Security check, and I'll just supplement it. So I started doing DoorDash. And my first day of DoorDash, I gotta tell you, it wasn't that bad. Number one, I'm sitting in an air conditioned car. I could take a book. I could work on my tablet. I could play games. I could bring my computer. The only reason I probably wouldn't bring my computer and work on it is because I'd be afraid to get stolen out of the car while I'm running in and out. But I mean, I don't even take my purse. If I do take my purse, I have it hidden somewhere. But I usually just take what I need, my keys, and maybe I'll take one credit card for gas or something, or $20 for gas. But I like it. Now, there's some things I want to tell you about DoorDash, if you're thinking of doing it, that I've already figured out. And I'm going to bring you some more videos on what happens at DoorDash, because I'm sure I probably should have done this with Amazon. It's going to be pretty exciting, and anybody that's looking to do this, I've been in the service industry my whole life, so I get it. I know already what I'm going to come upon. You're going to have your people that want to get their food for free, and they're going to call and complain. And with DoorDash, it's probably going to hurt you. I don't know. So my first order, I got a couple orders for McDonald's, and there might have been a Taco Bell. I think it was just McDonald's, and they were $3. And I thought, I can't take a $3 order. I mean, they want me to go like 7 miles between picking the food up and taking it to the customer, and I'm getting paid $3, and I'm not going to be making any money if I'm doing that. So I didn't take it. Order from Panda Express. So I thought, well, okay, I'll take that one. I got to start somewhere. So I took it, and it went to a pretty bad area, which in the daytime was okay. There's no way in hell I'd be going there at nighttime. So I dropped it off. I was trying to get because they want you to take a picture, and I'm trying to get my camera and take the picture. And the person came to the door, and I greeted them by name. And I said, "Oh, thank you, have a good day," or whatever. And they're like, "Yeah, thank you." And then as I'm getting in my car, I got two orders, a double up, which they do. I mean, if you're kind of going to the same place to pick up and the same place to drop off, they'll double you up on orders. And there was a big order and a small order. Well, one was 7, which isn't small, and one was 20. The one that was 20, I don't really know how much stuff was in it. I'm imagining it was a lot. Um, but I thought, oh, cool. I mean, that right there is almost $30. And I got to the end of the street, and I get a message comes up from DoorDash saying the order you just dropped off was missing items. Please go back. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? So I go back, and I called customer service. That's my first order, okay? I called customer service, and I'm like, well, I have these two orders that I better release to let someone else take. if I'm going to be dealing with this problem. Because if something's wrong, I want to take care of it. So I stayed at the door. I mean, not out of my car. I was in my car, parked right kind of by the door. And customer service, I guess, called them and then came back and said, "Oh no, it's fine. Um, it won't go against you or whatever." And I go, "Oh, well, that's good." I go, "This is like my first order, and I don't know how I can be responsible if something's missing in an order when the bags are sealed up." She goes, "Oh no." She goes, he said it was just something with his mom, and we did call the location and handled it or rectified it or whatever." I'm like, "Okay." Um, so I don't know if the customer realizes you have no control over what's put in that bag. They seal them up now, pretty much. They put tape on them. And even the drinks, they'll put tape over like the hole in the lid. And I don't know if so people can't put drugs in there or I don't know who's going to drug the customer, but or whatever, that can't be abused by the door dasher. Yeah, maybe they've had problems in the past. I don't know what warrants it. But they tape it up. That way I'm not breaking into the person's food. I would like to see if it's all there, but if this is how it's being done, then I'm not going to be responsible for checking. The only thing I do is like, I did have an order, and I'll always ask them, "Did you put the napkins in? Did you put all the condiments in?" And they always say yes. Okay. So I had a guy that specifically asked on his deal if make sure they put plates and utensils in because I was taking it to a hotel or a motel. And he's probably there with his family and they have no plates or anything. So I specifically asked him, I said, "It says on here." And she goes, "Oh, yeah, it's all in the back." And I go, "Okay." Then I text the customer and I said, "Just verified with the restaurant that the utensils and plates were put in the bag." So now he knows I verified it. If they're not in there, then call the damn store and ask them what's up. I ain't taking people's plates out of the bag. So, and I can see the customer's point. They're asking for specific things, and you're the person bringing it, so they're looking at you as the last person who touched it to be responsible. But, and they shouldn't be getting a credit from the store because they're ordering the food because they want the food. They're paying for the food because they want the food. Most people aren't paying for the food because they want to call and complain and get the food for free. Now, granted, there's probably people that do, but most people that are ordering food just want their food and want it the way they want it. So, all I can do is ask and ask for whatever they've requested on there. Ask and the other day I went somewhere and got a hamburger with no onion, had onion on it. I was kind of pissed. I mean, I didn't call the store or anything, but I took the onion off. But on the other hand, I was pissed. I didn't want onion. Okay, so first order was the Panda Express. Then I had a $20 order and a $7 order that I had to let go. So that kind of blew my first day. Would have been a good day, probably. That whole first order got straightened out. Then I got a Taco Bell order for $7. I took it. It wasn't too bad. The only thing I had a problem with on that is my GPS. I went where I was supposed to go, and then my GPS is telling me like I'm supposed to be going somewhere else. And then I drive all around, and then I go back, and the first place I went was exactly where I was supposed to be. So, um, drop that off. Then I went back to a restaurant area where there was a lot of restaurants, and I thought, instead of driving around, I'm just going to sit here. There's a lot of restaurants around. It says it's busy. I'll just wait till something pops up. And I waited about 20, 30 minutes. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to go home. Well, I'll come back out later. I went, got almost to the freeway, which isn't that far, but got out of the shopping center and everything. And they called me to go back over there to Red Robin and pick up an order. It was 3 meals, and it was for $12. Now that means $12 means that the whoever's getting it, that means that it's going to be $3 with a $9 tip. So it was 3 meals. So they're tipping basically on the amount of the bill at this point. I mean, delivering restaurant like Red Robin or uh, Texas Roadhouse or something like that, you're going to be better off because you're delivering $10 and up items, and they're going to be tipping you on that. So that was nice. That was 12 for one. Now I would have had to do 4 of those $3 McDonald ones for that. So when you think about it in that way, um, I did do a McDonald's order though, but I was in an area. I actually drove 35 minutes or so to an area that was nice because I was going to do a dinner thing and I didn't want to be in a bad area. So I drove pretty far to get there, got there, and ended up turning around because I didn't get anything. As soon as I turned around, got about 10 miles from where I was, they had me pick up an order and take it back over there to where I was. And they were giving a $3 or $4 bump to deliver at that time of day. So that order I got was, oh, you know what? That order was 7, I think, but it was $7 because it was 3 and then the $4 bump. So I dropped that order off. Then I got, oh, and then I drove again. I drove kind of towards my house. Then I got the order for Church's chicken, and that was 9.25. And I delivered that. And then I started driving. I thought, oh, I think I'm just gonna go home. And I got an order to pick up ice cream for 8.50. And I took that, and it was quite far, but it was in the direction of my house. It actually went past my house, and it went to a pretty nice housing tract. So it was getting dark, but I didn't really feel unsafe there. And then I went home from there, and that was the dinner. So I made 57.90 or something my first day. I did use quite a bit of gas because I drove pretty far to that one area because they have the increase in pay, but it really wasn't worth it. The reason they have the increase in pay is because all the houses are pretty far to drive from the food places. And the I haven't done any more, but we'll have to see. I mean, I'm thinking I can make over 100 easy a day, if maybe 150 if I really want to hustle. And if I do the food delivery too. I'll see how that is and I'll update you on that. But DoorDash, it's gonna be interesting. If you have any feedback, leave it in the comments. Um, a couple of my tips were pretty good, like the $12 order and the $9.25. If I had more orders like that, it would really make it worthwhile. Um, there is no need or there is no rule saying you have to tip. But being in the food business, I know if you go into a restaurant and you go into the same restaurant on a regular basis and you're not tipping, um, they remember you. And, people in that business work hard. Like me driving around, it's not physically maybe hard work, but it is. I mean, I'm burning my car and I'm running around and I'm hustling and getting your food. And honestly, every order I took had a tip of some kind on it. Whether it was $2, $3, $9, $7. I mean, they all had tips. I think that if those $3 orders that are coming through, um, I don't know how long it's taken those people to get their food. My food was getting delivered 30 to 40 minutes before it was due to be delivered because DoorDash wasn't having a hard time finding someone to take it. You know, um, when you're getting $12, people are taking it. So I know you're not going to pay an arm and a leg, but if you don't want to run your car and you want to get your food, all I'm telling you is people are going to take, you know, they can't make you take an order. DoorDash can't tell me, hey, if you don't take this $3 order, you can't be a DoorDasher. Um, so I, and it depends on how far it is. If it's a $3 order and I have it paired up with another order and it's only going a mile, yeah, okay, I'll take it. But I'm not going to drive something like 7 miles away from the restaurant and, you know, I don't know who has to make up the money. Do they have to charge more for the delivery food? I don't know. Some places do. Some places charge more because they have to pay the delivery person. Like when I get Instacart, I pay quite a bit more. And then I tip like 20% on top of it to the Instacart person. So I know they're taking my order. I'm getting like 100, 100 to $150 worth of food, and I'm tipping like $30. Yeah, they're taking my order. They're thinking I can take this one order, $30, and then whatever Instacart's giving them. So I'm not saying that you have to tip, but if you think that $3 order isn't bounced around before they find someone to take it, and I don't know, maybe the delivery place has to take it because it'll say on there $3. Uh, tip, tip may be included or may be added. So yeah, they give people time to tip, but I always tip up front. When I do Instacart, I tip up front. I want them to know this is what I'm going to give you. Now, if they bring it, honestly, they've brought it and it's screwed up. I don't change the tip. If somebody really wows me in some way, I'm going to give them more. Because I'm thinking $20, they're spending the time to get my food. They're driving it down here. They're loading it in the car. They're loading it up to my door. That's got to be worth something. So anyway, I will be bringing you more DoorDash. I will let you know the inside scoop of what's going on. If there's anything you want to know, mark it down in the box. I haven't got my bag yet. They don't send you your bag and there's a red card. So there's some places that actually you have to pay for the food and they send you a red card. And it allows you, I don't know where, there's some places where um, they're not sending me to those places right now because I don't have a red card. But you, they don't send that stuff out until you do at least one dash because they probably were sending it to people that would sign up and then never do it. So once you do one dash, they go, okay, we're getting your kit together or whatever and sending it out to you. So that should be coming next week, which will make it a lot easier putting it in a um, insulated bag. But I get it there pretty fast. I don't think I've had any problem with cold food. Um, yeah, so I think it's kind of a good hustle. Now, Amazon, I was making good money at Amazon. They start out at 15, but I had a shift differential because since I was part-time, I was working Saturday and Sundays, and I got paid 18.50 an hour. I gave up my holiday and well, not really my holiday because I got more PTO, but I gave up my vacation time and my benefits. Um, but I there was a lot of good on Amazon, and there's a lot not so good. Um, I recommend it to a lot of people. I think if you want to grow in a career, Amazon is growing leaps and bounds, and you can move up pretty fast if you're young and you want to hustle and you want to move up that corporate ladder. You can do it at Amazon. If you've got the drive, you can do it. Um, but it's hard work, and they have a lot of people that milk the clock, and it makes you crazy because you think, how do they get around along? How do they get by? I see people walking around half the time, not even working. I think, why aren't people holding them accountable? And then I think, oh, just worry about myself. But I don't know. Now, I never got written up or anything. I mean, I never had any issues. But, and my managers would always tell me, because I didn't even, I'd use the restroom on my break. I never would take off and go use the restroom and stuff. Very rarely. Um, they give you so much time off task, but I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of good about Amazon, and there's a lot not so good. I could go into it. I could do a whole series on Amazon, like the different positions and what you have to do and what position you don't want to take. And I mean, I was a trainer for a short period of time at Amazon, and even that, I spent years training in restaurants. I mean, I was a general manager for many years in restaurants, so I, um, I, I was in the training department, and I did that for a while, and then I couldn't even do it. I couldn't deal with it. In some ways, Amazon is such a big company. In other ways, you would think with all the money they make, and they do a lot of things right, but they do so many things wrong. I don't know how. But anyway, I guess that's the drawback on any company. All right. No more Amazon. Bye bye, Amazon. All right, you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I actually did a Walmart haul and I videotaped it, but I never put it up. I got like a ton of rebates too. I got like $27 or something, and I bought a rebates alone. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it's just been a busy week with starting the DoorDash, so I'll be back on track next week with CVS, and I will have to do my giveaway, either do double up or maybe Sunday or Monday when I do my CVS. I'll do a drawing and then. Okay, you guys, so that's about it. The day door dashing, leaving Amazon. Now, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and put the notification bell on because I'm going to be doing some more DoorDash and possible Instacart. I'll let you know how it goes. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Next, I'm going to say goodbye, but stay tuned because I added the clips from day one. If you want to see, kind of real time, not 100%. I was in and out, but there's some good video, some good clips on how the day went. All right, see you again soon. Bye. Okay, I am door dashing day one. I'm going to let you know that the first order, and I'm not in the best areas, the first order tried to say that there was a missing item, which when you are dashing, honestly, there's nothing you can do about missing items. The bag is sealed up and, oh, hang on. The bag is sealed up. You know, it's, I verify with the merchant, 2 items, they're yes. So then I had a really good order for over $20 that I accepted, and then that order said there was something missing and they wanted me to go back to the house. So I went back, I called customer service, I had to drop the $20 order, which kind of sucked because, yeah, it was a big order. Anyway, then I got almost home and I got another order, went back to the area I was in, and delivered a Taco Bell for $7. So that's pretty good. Anyway, my first order was 5, my second one was 7. I get a lot of 3s that I don't take, but I'm going to see if I can do a couple more, and I'll check back in with you. I am waiting in a parking lot because I've been driving around, and I'm kind of bummed I lost that $20 order. Dang. Alright, I'm in an area that has a lot of like food places, so hopefully I'll get a hit. I did get a couple from McDonald's, but they were $3.50 and they wanted to go 6 miles, and I can't start doing that. So I'd rather just sit here and do nothing and do that. I'm only going to give it a little bit more time today because it is, you know, it's after 1 and lunch is kind of over and I need to go home anyway. I only did this because I went to donate blood today, and I have to wait a couple days. So that's okay. But I figured now I got the day free. There's actually a new Five Below over here. I might go check it out. But I don't know. This is crazy. You know, I just want to do the deliveries and make money. The area is a little sketchy too. I mean, the first place I went to was pretty bad. I wouldn't go there at night, that's for darn sure. And then the next place I went to was in kind of a trashy area, but it was a feed store, so, you know, I mean, whatever, that was fine. There's a lot of different areas around here, and with Tucson, there's a lot of not so great areas. And I don't really know because I'm not from here, so I'm not really sure of the areas. Like what's what. Like this is a new shopping area over here, but I think it's a kind of a bad area. Okay, I'm gonna go check my app now. I think I had an order come through. Oh my goodness, I thought I was videotaping. Okay, so I'm gonna let you know what happened. I was on my way home. I was waiting in a parking lot. Nothing was happening. I started to go home, and they called me back to Red Robin where I was to pick up an order for 12 bucks, okay? I think the orders, the way it works is they're $3 right now, and then they add on the tip. So this was a $9 tip. Gina, thank you, girl. It went to a motorcycle shop, and yeah, it was good, and wasn't too bad. It's kind of an industrial area, but I'm gonna try to stay around here, see if I can pick up a few more things. I think I'm over at the college now, which I don't know if that's where I want to be, but yeah, we'll see what else we can get. Okay, everyone. Day one, door dashing, done. I had 4 deliveries today in the day. I worked for, they said an hour and a half, but I actually was out for 3 hours, 3.5 something. And I made $31. I'm still trying to get my footing on the areas, the best areas to go to. And then tonight I actually drove 30 minutes to a better area, thinking maybe they'd have a dinner rush, but I didn't get anything until I was leaving that area, and then I got an order to go back to that area for a McDonald's order. It was just like one thing from McDonald's or something. I don't know. It was one bag, and it was $8, but it was pretty far. Then I took an order for a Church's chicken, and it was I think it was a family meal, and that one I got $9.25. I think the base pay is $3, and the tip is the increased amount. So when I think about it, if it's $3 and I got $9.25, then they tip $6.25. So that's pretty good. The last order I had was for ice cream from a liquor store, Ben & Jerry's, and I don't know, a couple different kinds, and that took me back kind of over by my house, so it was a good way to end the evening. It was getting dark, and I didn't really want to be out. I didn't even really want to do that one, but when I saw it was $8.50 for some ice cream, I thought, well, that sounds okay. It was a nice neighborhood I dropped it off in. It was kind of by my house, so. Day one. So I had 3 deliveries at night. I made almost $30, like $25, $26, and I made $31 in the day. So, I don't know if I'll have any added tips on, but day one door dashing, not bad. I think once I kind of like just being in my car and chilling. Oh, I am tired. And I quit Amazon today. So I'm going to do this, I guess. Yeah, I hurt my knee. I'm doing physical therapy and getting cortisone shots. And I thought I'd take a break from Amazon. I may or may not go back. I don't know. I probably won't have as much power to what area I work in since I quit if I go back, but we'll see. Maybe during peak season, I'll work flex or something. But for now, I'm done with Amazon over a year and a half, and I should be in good standing, even though I didn't really give any notice. Amazon's a pretty big place. I don't think they care about that. I never had any write-ups or anything, so I should be in good standing. Anyway, it's a long night. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.